Hi guys, welcome back to Kelsey's Creative Food Channel. I know it's been forever since I've posted, but I decided I have a really good recipe I want to share with you guys. I found this recipe off of Hidden Valley. The recipe is called Ranch and Mushroom Chicken Thighs. Give me a few moments. I'm going to go ahead and add some people to our call, and then we'll begin. Let's see. And if you guys have anybody that you want to add to the call that might like the recipe, definitely go ahead and tag them. Just getting started. Looks like I got one person. Hi, how are you? I don't see who you are yet, but I will here in a minute. Oh, we got two people. Hi, guys. We got three people. So I was just letting everyone know that this is going to be posted on my cooking channel. I haven't done a video in a long time. And what I did is I came across, I'm just inviting people as I'm talking. All right. Hi, Nicole. All right, so like I was saying is I have yet to post a video in a very long time. So this recipe I found off of Hidden Valley. It's called Ranch and Mushroom Chicken Thighs. Super good, easy. So I just wanted to show it, and I'll have this uploaded on my cooking page. So if you guys want to come back later and watch it, you definitely can, and watch the replay. Let's see. Hi, B. Hi, Nicole. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do, well, what I did off video is I washed my chicken in lime juice, cut off all the fat and extra skin that I didn't want. I got my cast iron pan heating up here on medium-high, and I'm going to add olive oil. And then what you're going to want to do is add Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning to your chicken. And let your oil get nice and hot. And don't be shy with your seasonings. The more the better. So what has everyone been up to? Nicole, how have you been? How was work? I have been so busy why I haven't posted. I actually been on this new journey. I got my life insurance license, so I finally passed my exam. I'm super happy, so I was focusing on that. I've also been on a weight loss journey. I'll be down 20 pounds. Well, let's see, 3 more pounds and I'll hit 20 pounds down. And I am so proud of myself. Been working out every day and eating a lot healthier. So if you guys are dieting, this could be definitely one of those things that you could diet with. It's healthy, so. We're gonna go ahead and add our chicken breast with the skin down. And this is gonna, let's see. So skin down, 5 minutes. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, I went, the reason I started actually, how I got involved with the life insurance is I ended up getting COVID. And I was working for the hospital after I had left Alliance and caught COVID. And there is no way I'm going back out in that work field until we get a vaccine. So, anyhow, And it don't matter anyways. Afterwards, I'll just continue doing it because the money's good. And I love helping people. So we'll go ahead and set the timer for 5 minutes. Skin down. And I am reading instructions here. I've done it a couple times, but I want to make sure I'm doing this correct. Hey, Carrie! Once we cook it for 5 minutes and crisp it on one side, or on the skin side down, we'll flip it around and cook it another 3 to 4 minutes. The recipe calls for, let's see, so it's 8 chicken thighs. You're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of the Hidden Valley Original Seasoning. Or you could do the salad dressing and recipe mix packets, the little Hidden Valley mix packets. The next thing you'll need is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I don't really measure anything, but just enough to coat your pan so you can fry your chicken. And then mushrooms. It says 8 ounces of mushrooms. I do a lot of mushrooms. I like mushrooms, so it's to your likings. And then 1 cup of chicken broth, 1/4 of regular chicken dressing, Hidden Valley again, and then 2 tablespoons of parsley. Again, this recipe is amazing and it's so good, so good. The chicken just falls apart. A lot of people like to eat this with rice. I'm going to do mine with salad because, again, I'm watching my carbs. And like I said, the more seasoning, the better. So I'm going to add some more seasoning on my chicken. You know what I was thinking? Also, I got that Instapot. I know I talk about it all the time, but I love it. If I could cook this in the Instapot, and I think I could. So I'm going to try it next time in the Instapot. Because you could deep fry it in that Instapot, and then, because the only part, you could deep fry it to brown it up, because that's what you want to do, is brown up the chicken. And then drain the grease, add your veggies and your meat, and let it sit. It'll be really good. Grandma, are you on? If you guys know anybody that would like to watch this recipe, tag them in. I'll also have this video posted on Kelsey's Creative Food channel page, so if you guys don't want to watch it right now, you guys can always come back and watch it. Can you guys see the food very well? There we go. It doesn't call for onions, but I did cut up 1 onion, 1 small onion. So for the chicken broth, I didn't have like a can or anything. You can use a can or a cup or whatever it is, but I had powdered chicken broth. So what I did is a heaping tablespoon with 1 cup of water. Again, I don't measure, so I just filled up a coffee cup full of water, added my heaping teaspoon in there, and just mixed it up. And you'll need this at the end. You will need some tongs as well. Hi, Grandma. I tagged you right when I started because I know you wanted to watch it. But so far what we've done is we're making ranch mushroom chicken thighs. Let's see, it calls for 8, and I do have 8 chicken thighs here. So far I've added my olive oil, my cast iron pan on medium-high. I've used Hidden Valley seasoning before I put them in the cast iron pan, and I add some extra after it was in there. We're going to brown it for 5 minutes on the skin side, and then we'll flip it over to the meat side and brown it for another 3 to 4 minutes. I like to set my timer because, well, if I don't, then I forget. Unless I'm standing over the stove like I am talking to you guys. any videos on YouTube or my cooking channel, my cooking page, because my phone ran out of memory. Even deleting things, it still wasn't letting me upload anything, and I decided today, well, till I get my camera, I'll just go live and upload it that way onto my YouTube channel. So I'm back at it, guys. I'm back at it. I really love this recipe, though. Okay, so my timer's off. It's been 5 minutes. We're going to switch it over to the meat side. Again, it's just a little bit brown. And you know what? It's not brown enough. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go for another 3 minutes or so. So if you don't like the brownness after that 5 minutes, just reset your timer for another 3 minutes. You're not going to hurt the chicken at all. So what I was saying is I ran out of memory on my phone, so I quit doing it. And then I got to thinking today, well, I do live videos for my jewelry. Why can't I just do a live video cooking? I mean, the reason I usually like to do the recording and then post it is so I can edit the video on things that, you know, take too long, like this. But I was like, oh, well, I know I got a lot of people writing me and it's like, Kelsey, where have you been? So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go live. If you don't want to watch it right now and listen to me talk, you don't have to. You can watch the replay and skip through whatever you don't want if you just want to focus on the recipe. But right now, we're just waiting for the skin side to brown. Hey, Kim! I'm just cooking. We're doing ranch mushroom chicken thighs. So far, we've seasoned our chicken thighs with Hidden Valley seasoning with some olive oil in my cast iron pan for we're going to do 8 minutes on the skin side, flip it over and cook it for another 3 to 4 minutes. Again, we're not cooking it for the chicken to be completely done. We're just cooking it to brown on each side, and then we'll add everything together and let it cook until the chicken falls apart. So there's going to be a part 1 to this and a part 2, because I'm not going to make you guys sit through the simmering part. So we got 1 minute left. And I'm just checking to see. Yeah, we definitely needed that extra couple minutes here. You know, if the timer doesn't work, I mean, based on what your chicken looks like, feel free to add a couple more minutes until it's golden brown on the skin side. Hey! So I don't know if all you guys know, but I got my life insurance license. I know Nicole was on here earlier and we were talking about it. Yum yum, I'm away. I wish we had our own little jet and you could fly over here. But what I was saying is I got my life insurance license. So if any of you that are, you know, needing life insurance, definitely let me know. I'm waiting another 2 weeks to be approved in the state of Washington, where I obviously know everybody. So I'm going to be doing my first couple cases next week. I'm super excited. I know a lot of people don't know about life insurance, but life insurance is just not about a death benefit. I know, Kim, we used to just cook out and lay in your living room on a mattress. I miss those good old days of being young and doing that. I know we could still do it too. But life insurance is not about just a death benefit, guys. It's about covering yourself for when you pass, and also to take care of your loved ones when you pass. And not only that, life insurance also gives you a savings account. So 40% of your premium monthly payment that you pay into life insurance goes to a savings account. And you're able to pull money out for anything, and you never have to pay it back. It just gets deducted from your death benefit. So a lot of people like to buy life insurance to have that savings account. Say if you want to buy a house, you could take $30,000 down, or $30,000 out of that life insurance policy that you have on a $50,000 life insurance. Well, let's say you got a $50,000 life insurance policy. And you needed to take $15,000 out for a down payment on a house. You could do whatever you want. You could pull that money out and never pay it back. You never have to pay it back. It just gets deducted from the death benefit when you pass away. That's supposed to be used to for burial and all that good stuff. They just deduct it from that death benefit. So it's your money. You can do what you want with it. So if anybody's ever interested, just give me a call, or if you know anybody, send them my way. I'd be more than happy just to talk to them if they even have questions. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and flip it over to the meat side. There is a couple pieces that I want to brown still, but we're gonna flip it over to the meat side. Let me get it over here. See how brown it is? That's what you're gonna want, is that golden brown there. So these two weren't golden brown. I'm gonna keep them more on the skin side, but we're gonna cook that over there for another 3 to 4 minutes. And I'm gonna wash my spatula because it just fell. Looking yummy. Hey, Bridget. So we got each one of our chickens golden brown on the skin side. I flipped it over to the meat side for another 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'm going to start cooking my other two. Again, if you don't want to watch this whole thing, you could do a replay and skip through all the talking and get right to the point. I couldn't do an upload and edit the video because my memory on my phone is not good. I'm waiting for my iPad and then I'll be able to do that. It was supposed to come yesterday, but I don't know what's going on. Postal service is slow these days. Probably with the election. I can't wait to come home and visit you, Kim, and everybody. I miss you all so much. Kim, if you have any recipes on your Instapot, let me know. I want some recipes. I just got that thing like 3 weeks ago, and I don't have very many recipes, and I don't really know how to. I mean, I used it on a curry chicken recipe, and it turned out amazing. But I don't really know what else to, I mean, I guess pot roast, but if there's any creative ideas that you have or recipes, send them my way. I know that there has to be more that you could do with that Instapot, because the instructions show all these different things that you could do. I just don't know how to, I guess, use it or use all the functions on it. I'm thinking the mid in January time. I just want to get my life insurance business up and going before I go. So I haven't been working since August, since I got COVID. So I need to get a little bit of money in my pocket. And it's looking pretty good so far. I just got my license and I already got people calling me and wanting it. I just waiting for my contracting to go through. So once you're licensed with the company that you're going to do business with, you have to wait to get your writing number with them, and that's what I'm doing. So I want to get a little bit of savings going before I head back to Washington. I want to do a trip up to... No, not send me some money, you're silly. No. I'm going to start working next week, and they send me a paycheck like the next day, so I will be just fine. You're so sweet. But what I was going to tell you is when I do come home, I want to make a weekend trip up to Mount Hood because I've never went snowboarding, and I want to take Lalo nighttime tubing. So, I don't know, he's really stoked about that. Let's see, timer. I'm going to put it on for 8 minutes because it took a little time to brown those ones. Oh! Yeah, send me some recipes. I really need some recipes. And any tips on the different functions on the Instapot. Because I'm lost when it comes to that. I mean, I don't know. When I read the instructions, I'm like, what? Huh? I'm a more of like watchy type person, and then I got it, but yeah. Oh, I gotta go get my my apron on. I'm getting grease all over me. Where did I put my apron? You guys like my, well, you've probably seen it on my shows. I got this during Valentine's Day at Walmart. $2 and something. I love it though. Caution, hot. Do you have an hour lunch, Kim? You're so sweet. Lalo will be walking in the door any minute. You know what I hate about this live though is once you send a message, it takes like a minute or two before I even get to see it. So that's what happened to me the other day when you were replying, when I was doing my, the jewelry thing. Oh, it's splattering everywhere. I'm gonna go unlock the door. Lala's about to walk in the door. Do you know what that place is called where the kids can go tubing? Is it Mount Hood or Ski Bowl or something like that? I'm not too sure if that's the same place as Mount Hood or what that is. I know that's loud. Hey Brooklyn, how are you? I'm just cooking a recipe, ranch mushroom chicken thighs. It's so good. You should watch the replay. just frying it up on each side so they can brown, and then we're gonna let it saute so it can fall apart. This stuff is splattering everywhere. My dog's so loud in the background. Let me see here. I'm gonna add a couple people. Hey, Maddie! Ski bowl and the cement knife. Yeah, I totally want to go. I want to get like a cabin, rent a cabin when I go up there. Stay for the weekend and drink some hot cocoa, sit at the bar, watch Lalo Ski Bowl. I don't know, something. Just add in my uncle. There we go. Hey, Sammy. Stuff's getting in my eyes. This is that recipe I was talking about, Sam. This is what I was preparing when I was washing up my chicken, cutting off all the fat and the excess skin. I don't really like skin, but with this recipe, it's so amazing as long as you brown it. Oh, yeah. That would be so awesome. Yeah, because we don't get snow down here, so I definitely want to take Lalo up there. It's like 80 degrees outside today. So beautiful. Obviously, you see me in my tank top and shorts. Hi! Sammy, did your mom leave? Okay, so once we flip it to the meat side, we're going to cook it for 3 minutes. 3 to, what does it say? 3 to 4 minutes. Remember, we're not cooking this to be cooked all the way. It's just to brown it. And then we also have like all this stuff at the bottom that sticks to it. Keep it, because that's where your flavor's at. Hey, Sean. So a couple more minutes on the meat side, and then what we're gonna do is saute your mushrooms. And this recipe does not call for onions, but I love onions, so I did a medium-sized onion. So we'll saute that for 3 to 4 minutes till it gets soft, and then we'll add everything in there. Yeah, you totally got to. I love you so much, Kim. Have a good day at work. Thank you for watching. And it'll be posted on Kelsey's Creative Food channel, which is within Facebook. And my YouTube channel. Oh, man, that was right in my eyeball. I guess wear some glasses or some goggles. Looks like it's just me and you, Samantha. After I get dinner done, let's do our workout. Alright, I'm liking a little bit of, well, let's see. Yeah, I'm liking what it looks like. So it's a little bit brown on both sides. That's all I wanted is to brown them on both sides. I'll bring you a little bit closer. So I got it lightly browned on this side, brown on that side. What we're gonna do is, it says 1/4 of mushrooms, but I got a whole lot more than that because I love mushrooms. And I don't clean out the pan because I like all that stuff at the bottom. That gives it more flavor. Yeah, Amanda, definitely do so. It's really good. I got this recipe off the Hidden Valley website. So we'll saute our mushrooms and onions for 3 to 4 minutes. Hey Tanner, hey Bobby. Girl, Bobby, I know you like to cook. You gotta watch the replay on this. It's so good. I found this recipe on Hidden Valley if you didn't hear me earlier. I cooked this probably like a couple times. I got Lalo walking in the door. Oh, well, here he is. So this recipe does not call for onions. I don't know if you guys were here earlier, but I love onions. So I put a medium-sized onion, or small, whatever you want to call it, a whole onion. Literally just thinly sliced all the way down. Hey Tyler! Tyler, you totally gotta watch this replay. You are another one of my cookers. I just had to post something today because I've been getting so many emails of, where have you been? Why haven't you been posting? I got Lalo over here. Mom, I'm hungry. Can you say hi to your auntie? Your auntie's on here. Come say hi.
Hi.
See, he's on there watching. Okay. I'm going to take care of stuff. One of my friends. He goes, Mom, who's Amanda? I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And you can tweak this recipe however you want. Sammy said, hi, handsome. I hope you have a great day at school and love you so much.
I did.
He said he did have a good day at school. Now he's in his, I don't know, ever since the COVID happened, they send us these food bags, I guess, to make sure the kids eat. Not too sure, but it's kind of neat because it's all like grab little juice packets and what are those, pre-made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, those frozen ones. And he just eats them up. Oh yeah, they sent him those frozen cheeseburgers and pizzas too. It's really neat. I guess during COVID they passed like some type of federal funding for the school to do that for every child to make sure all of them are eating, which I find really awesome, especially those parents that are going through such a rough time, not having the income to take care of, you know, because some people depend on those free lunches. You know, their kids eating breakfast in school breakfast and lunch at school, and then have to come up with that extra money because they're at home all day. I think it's absolutely awesome.
If you don't know, this is what she was talking about.
Yeah, those are it. Okay, so now that our stuff Okay, so now we're gonna add everything back here. So I'm gonna add everything to the side. Add a little bit more olive oil, not much. I'm gonna put them in here skin down, but you don't have to put them in there any other, I mean, you don't, there's no particular way you gotta put them in there. What I do is put the mushrooms and onions over the top. I can lick my fingers. I'm cooking at home, guys. Okay, so we got all 8 of them in here. I couldn't fit all 8 of them when I was frying them, but they welch. Okay, so what is that? Doesn't that look amazing? Hey, Alyssa. That looks so good. All my mushrooms and onions, all my meat with the skin down, put a little bit of olive oil. What we're gonna do is add our chicken broth. If you don't already have pre-made chicken broth in a can or a box, I had the powdered chicken broth. So I did a heaping tablespoon of this and added water in my coffee mug, and I just called it a cup. I don't measure anything. I just use a recipe to kind of guide me. And then again, this recipe does not call for onions. I love onions, so I added onions with my mushroom. This is a tablespoon of the parsley. Why are you giving me thumbs up?
It's good.
Oh yeah,
It looked good.
it's amazing. I love this recipe. And Lalo and me really are not meat eaters with bones, but I can tear this up.
Same.
So that's how that goes. Let's see. So it says bring it to a broil, and then we are gonna go ahead and put a lid on it. So I got it on medium high. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this to a broil. I'm gonna put the lid on it. At the very end, we're gonna go ahead and add our Hidden Valley ranch dressing. So actually at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and put my lid on for 30 minutes. For part 2 to show you how to do the dressing.